What's up, guys? So, special request, sorta. A friend wrote me and told me how much she loves Amanda Nunes and has been following her pretty much since the beginning. So I thought, hey, I haven't talked about not only the greatest woman mixed martial arts fighter in the world, but she's like a GOAT of MMA, period. Like, not just women. Let's just say it, she's like the greatest of all time MMA fighter, woman or not woman, you know? I mean, she's fighting women, and then the men are still fighting men. I wonder if that'll ever change, you think? That makes me think of something else. Pertaining to Amanda Nunes, do you remember when Jake Paul first came out? And everybody was like, he's a YouTube kid. Like, no way you're gonna beat anybody. And Dana pretty much joked about him fighting Amanda. Or no, I don't know if I'm remembering this right. Correct me. Let me know in the comments down below the way this happened. But what I remember there was just conversation in the air between Amanda Nunes and Jake Paul. And I was like, I would love to see that if they could get their weights the same, you know? But Jake Paul's just way too big. That's too much of an unfair advantage. He's too big, too heavy. But honestly, I wouldn't put it past Amanda if she could take Jake Paul. Definitely in the octagon. Definitely in the octagon. Boxing, I wouldn't want to see that. But in the octagon, hell yeah. And I'd even put my money on Amanda Nunes. What is her record? I'm going to look it up. The UFC website. Okay, 21-4-0. Amanda Nunes' record is 21-4-0. Makes me wonder who she lost to. Amanda Nunes losses. Here's a Sherdog forum saying Amanda Nunes not only has 4 losses, but 3 losses against complete cans. Not overall GOAT discussion in the lightweights started by title Deaf Justice Warrior.
What's that, like a social media warrior for the MMA community?
Valentina has a better record, and arguably one of those losses to Nunes, she won. Her loss to the can Camacho, I don't know how to pronounce that, Camache, was from a doctor stoppage, so barely counts as a loss. So that's somebody very passionate about how Amanda Nunes is not GOAT discussion. I don't know. I disagree. I totally disagree. What are you talking about?
Ugh. Idiot.
I bet whoever wrote that article has never been in a fight a day in their life. Every once in a while you get these elitists and they're just extreme about everything and they nitpick everything. Oh, well, no, that technically you didn't do this because of that, and technically blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. Like, just enjoy the show. They're here for entertainment. They're here as sports figures. They have more motivation and work ethic than anybody else in the world that you know? So shut up. Just enjoy it.
Stop judging people so much.
Okay, so here's Amanda Nunes' last 10 fights. We'll start with, it's not quite 10, whatever. So out of 25 fights, Amanda Nunes has lost 4 fights. Let's see who she lost to. Her first loss was to Anna Marie. But at the time, Amanda was 0-0-0. She had never fought. And Anna Marie was 1-1. So I guess that was probably her first fight. There you go. And then she won, that was in 2008. And then She had several fights. Let's just go through them.
She fought a girl named Patty Barbosa and won. Then she fought Nadja and won. Then she fought someone named Daisy Lee and won. Vanessa Porlo and won. Ideen Gomez, and she won. Amanda Nunes obviously won. And then she fought Julia Budd, and she won. So now she's like 5-1. And she fought someone named Alexis Davis, who was 10-4. So that's a big jump, because before then, all of them were like 1-0 or 2-0. Vanessa Porto was 10-3. So that was a good victory against her. So yeah, her first loss was to Alexis Davis. And then she fought Raquel Paluhi, who was 1-0. And then she lost a second time to a girl named Sarah Di Alelo. And then she won again to Sheila Gaff. And then she won again to Jermaine de Rondami. And then she lost to someone named Kat Zingano. And then the rest she's won. Her last loss was 2014.
You guys, it's about to be 2022. So in 2 more years, she will have a 10-year win streak. That's crazy. So something happened in her life, or to reset her mind on a different course, or some sort of events must have happened in her life that changed everything to put her on this winning streak where she's just tearing through everybody.
She's fought Valentina Shevchenko, Misha Tate, Ronda Rousey. She fought Shevchenko again, so, obviously beat her twice. Chris Cyborg, she beat her. Holly Holm, she beat her. Felicia Spencer, Megan Anderson, and tomorrow she'll be fighting Juliana Pena.
So what do you guys think about this fight tomorrow between her and Juliana Pena? Who do you think's going to win? I mean, don't we all just know Amanda's going to win? But how exciting would it be if someone beat her? If someone beat her, it would actually make Amanda a little more exciting. That's one problem with Amanda. She is so good, so much of a GOAT, that we just expect her to win. You know what I mean? That's a lot of pressure, but I don't think she even cares about it. I was reading some of her background, and her mother was a big part of her structure growing up. Her mother was very disciplined, very strict. And Amanda had probably ADHD or something, I'm assuming, because she had high amounts of energy. That doesn't mean she has that, but there's a good chance. And then when I see her with her daughter, I noticed Amanda is very active with her daughter. Her daughter's like a toddler, and she's already got her pivoting around on the ground and teaching her movements and stuff like that. It's awesome to see, but Amanda's energy is insane. Any video you see her in where she's in sports clothes, she is moving and with a purpose. You know what I mean? She is an active woman with a lot of energy. So that's a lot of output she's able to put in the fights. That's probably adds to why she's so good, because she's able to output high amounts of energy for long periods of time, and it's just probably exhausting and overwhelming to her opponents. I could only imagine. But I am excited about the fight. Obviously, I think Amanda Nunes is going to win. I didn't put money on that one because the betting odds were too high. I think it was 800. So you had to bet almost $10 just to make $1 and some change. So I'm not betting on that one, but I am betting on Oliveira, who is the underdog, because I think he's going to win. Could be wrong though. I could be wrong. I'm not predicting he's going to win. I'm not predicting he's going to win, but I think he's going to win. And I put money on him. And he's the underdog, so it's a good bet. What else do we need to talk about Amanda Nunes? There's so much. The fact that she's going back and forth between two different weight classes, that's what Hamzat's wanting to do. And, there's only been a handful of double champs. Amanda Nunes, Conor McGregor, Adesanya tried. Hamzat's going for that. Is Henry Cejudo? Yeah, there you go, Henry Cejudo. Anyway, Amanda Nunes, complete badass. Very excited for the fight tomorrow. Tell me who you think's gonna win. Actually, let's play a fun game. Why doesn't everybody in the comment put your predictions of who's gonna win between Amanda Nunes and Pena, and what round it's gonna happen and how it's gonna happen? Let me know what you think. If you like the content, subscribe. Go ahead and give me some thumbs up there and comment down below. Let me know what you know. And for the love of God, people, will you freaking
Ring the bell.